all of the brands that you're going up against, they did not build their visibility overnight. Even if they suddenly appeared to pop out of nowhere, the chances are they were putting in the legwork and they were working to get their website to the stage where eventually, poof, it burst through into your consciousness. In this video, we're going to look at how to outrank your highest authority and biggest competitors. What's up people, Tim from Exposure Ninja here. Now we've got a fantastic ninja at Exposure Ninja called Joe. Now Joe is ex-military, he's got a very deep voice, and I remember specifically one of the very first calls I was on with Joe and a client. Joe asked a great question. He said, I'm going to try and do his voice. So, who's on your kill list? And the client's like, kill list? Oh Joe, no, you've got us all wrong. We're not the sort of people that have a kill list. We're lovely. Kill list. But if we did have a kill list, it would be those people over at Big Corp. You see, Big Corp takes all the rankings, they dominate for everything, they've got a bigger website, more marketing budget, much more market share. We're just feeding off their scraps. If you can kill them, we will love you forever. Okay, that escalated quickly. So in this video, we're going to look at how to beat your Big Corp competitors, specifically if they're much bigger than you and you're a little minnow. So buckle up, my William Wallaces, and let's fight. Alrighty, these videos are definitely getting weirder, but you seem to be loving it. So in this video, we're going to look at how to outrank your big, high authority competitors. Now, the first thing to keep in mind is you're not going to beat a big, high authority competitor that's ranking for loads of stuff in every area. Okay, so if you're like, hey, I've got this great idea, it's like this e-commerce store where you can buy everything all in one place and we do like free delivery on the same day, that's going to be tough for you, because remember, that's not how these big competitors got to where they are now. How they got to where they are now, and how every empire gets to where they are, is 1 inch at a time. So you've got to start by identifying a specific area that you know that you can win. I liken it to, and apologies that the metaphors in this video are so aggressive, it's really not my nature. Or is it? Imagine that you're a lion out hunting for wildebeests and you come across this huge flock of wildebeests. Now the huge flock of wildebeests are Big Corp, and every individual wildebeest is a product or a service that Big Corp sells. It's one of the pages that's ranking well on their website. Now if you're a savvy lion, you don't go for the whole flock all in one go. We're going to dominate them for everything. Now what you do is you lie in wait and you have a look and you watch the flock, and you see that actually the ones on the inside of the flock, they're the healthiest, the fittest, the best protected. The ones on the outside of the flock, some of them are looking a little bit skinny, a little bit weak, and a little bit slow. They might be interesting to pick off first. So you bide your time, and then eventually the flock comes near you and you spot one of the weaklings and you go after them and you get that wildebeest. Now, with the food that you get from that wildebeest, this is a horrible metaphor, you're then able to become bigger and stronger and then take on another wildebeest and another and another and another. And that's exactly the same with SEO. So what you're not going to do is go for your main head keywords. Let's say that we're in the insurance space and you're an insurance business that offers a range of different insurances like car insurance, home insurance, mobile home insurance, holiday let insurance. So you got all these different insurance types. What you're not going to do is go after car insurance and home insurance terms, because those are the most competitive in the space. You know that you're going to be going up against huge businesses like these insurance comparison websites that have been doing SEO, have so much content on their site for so long. It's going to be really tough to beat them. So what you're going to do instead is pick on one of the services on the periphery that they're not doing as well for, or they're not trying as hard for, because it's an easier space, and you're going to go after that first. So how do you do this? Well, let's say that we're creating an insurance company, Ninja Insurance, and we offer a whole range of different insurance policies. And let's say that we're going after motorhome insurance as our first target, because we know that's a good market for us and it's not as saturated by the bigger players, although they offer offer it, they're not working as hard for those terms as they could be. So the first thing that we're going to do is understand the questions that people are asking about motorhome insurance, because underneath that umbrella of motorhome insurance, we've got questions and then we've got commercial terms. So questions will be people that are earlier in the buying process, so they're in the awareness or interest stages of the AIDA funnel, and those might be things like, do I need year-round motor insurance, or what are the different types of motor insurance, or how much is motor insurance. Then we've got the commercial queries such as cheapest motor insurance, fast motor insurance, free parker pen, or whatever, you know, phrases that are being searched for by people who are ready to buy now. So the lowest competition phrases within the whole range of motor insurance terms are going to be those informational ones, so you can go after them first, then add the commercial, then once you're doing well in the motorhome space, then you can start going after other spaces. Step 2 is to create the best content possible for that term. So let's say that you're going after motorhome insurance and you're targeting a phrase like, do I need year-round motorhome insurance? What you're going to do is type that phrase into Google and you're going to have a look and see what sort of websites are showing up for that term and how good the content is that they've written. It's your job to then beat that content by making it the most useful, the most valuable possible. So think about all the sub-questions that people might have on that topic. Make sure you're answering all of those in your post or on your page. And you can also do things like include rich media like videos and tweets or whatever. I don't know how you'd include a tweet about what type of motorhome insurance you need, but hey, it's not my job to do your work for you. But hey, you look like a creative type, so I'm sure you'll figure it out. Or you could create a short video which explained it as well and include that on your page. Basically, your goal is to make the most useful page in the world for that question, because then Google's going to feel a little bit algorithmically obliged to show your page at the top of search results. Step 3 is it's a good idea to mark up your content using schema. Now, schema is beyond the scope of this video, but we've got other videos about it, so check them out. I'm sure they'll be linked somewhere. Step 4 is to increase the user experience of the page that you're trying to rank and of your entire site. So doing things like improving page speed, making sure there's no broken links, making sure images are compressed, all that type of stuff, making sure it works really nicely on mobile. All of these help to improve your ranking as well. The next step is to create supporting content and link back to it. So for that, I'm going to head right over to ye olde internet and we're going to have a look at an example. So here you can see we've actually done a search for mobile home insurance. Now, what's interesting about this example is that although the big players like Go Compare, Compare the Market, Confused.com and Money.co.uk, whilst they all have pages and content targeting mobile home insurance, on the whole, they're being outranked by smaller insurance companies. Now, one of these smaller competitors is Intersure.com, who offer mobile home insurance. So if we just have a look at the Intersure site, what we will find is that they have a page dedicated to mobile home insurance and it looks good. There's a bit of information here, which is great. Not a huge amount though. This is a fairly commercial search, so Google might not necessarily need a huge amount of information to rank for it. But I bet you though, if we find their blog, I bet they've got a ton of content about mobile homes and designed for mobile homes. So here we go. Drain down guide for static caravans. Let's have a look and see what we've got here. Preparing your caravan for the summer. Guide to buying a Caravaner to show. Will park home owners rule this year? Buy-to-lets, oh, with an apostrophe. What they've done is make this website a bit of a hub for information about mobile homes and caravans. So if we click on one of these blog pages, I will bet you that there is a link to, there we go, caravan insurance, and then that's going to go to the caravan insurance page, and Google knows that caravan insurance and mobile home insurance are reasonably similar terms. So here you can see that because they've picked a smaller segment of the market, they're able to go really deep in that market, create loads of content around that, and it's really helped them to compete against much larger competitors. Traditionally, you'd expect a site like Confused.com to be dominating a smaller site like this. Because they've picked kind of niche insurance types to go after, they're able to win. So I've just also put them into Semrush here, and let's just expand out their date range. And what we can see from this, just to give you a bit of a primer on what we're looking at here, so you can see the keyword they're ranking for, the position on Google, and the volume for that search search term per month, and then cost per click, which is an indication of how much commercial intent there is behind that phrase. And what we can see is that really Intersure has built their visibility through niche keywords like tenants liability insurance, holiday home insurance, home insurance Spain, buy-to-let property, which is a kind of broad term, holiday let insurance. But even, you know, ranking for buy-to-let property, it shows the power of making the site a real hub for that type of content, that Google's saying, do you know what, this site has so much information about buy-to-let property insurance that actually it's relevant and deserves to rank for the broader term buy-to-let property. Mobile home insurance, there we can see park home insurance. So they've got all of these kind of different related terms. And what's also interesting is if you look at the pages that are ranking, you can see here that we've got individual pages for park home and mobile home, and each of those are the ones that are ranking. Intersure.com/chalets. So I can guarantee you that Compare the Market have chalet pages because it's just not worth it for them. They've cast such a wide net, they can't go as deep as a business like this. So you can see that by going granular and by going really deep in those areas, this business is able to survive and thrive. Next step is to build your brand in that space. So become known for these areas. And then once you're known for those areas, you can start moving slightly further afield. So this is not just a good digital marketing and SEO strategy. This is a good business strategy in general. Become known for doing one thing really well. And then as soon as you're known for that, you can start to broaden out and kind of reduce the amount that you're niching down. But niching allows you to get traction in the early days for becoming known for doing something. And then as you grow, as you build, you can add more and more services in order to be more competitive and take up more space in the market. And then the final step is patience. You've got to realize that even if you're going after a very specific niche set of keywords, it's going to take time to build that visibility. It's not the sort of thing that you're going to get overnight. All of the brands that you're going up against, they did not build their visibility overnight. Even if they suddenly appeared to pop out of nowhere, the chances are they were putting in the legwork and they were working to get their website to the stage where eventually, poof, it bursts through into your consciousness. So be patient, stick at it. We usually recommend to people to allow 3 to 6 months to start seeing ranking improvement. Really, 3 to 12 months is the sort of timescale that you should be thinking about investing your time and energy into SEO before you're starting to get a payoff. So, recap. Number 1, focus on longer tail keywords. Go a bit more specific than your main head terms. And if even your niches are quite competitive, then think about the informational side of those niches rather than going straight for the commercial terms with the highest commercial intent. Step number 2 is create the best content possible. Think deep. Think about all the questions that people are going to be asking about your topic and make sure your page answers those. Step 3 is to mark up your content with schema. Use all of the relevant schema possible on your pages. Step 4 is to make the user experience as good as possible. So improve user experience on your site, make sure your content pages are really easy to use and have clear calls to action in as well. And make sure your site works nicely on mobile, load times are quick, and all of the stuff that you're sick of people banging on about. The next step is to try additional formats. So think about using videos in your content, particularly if it's quite a boring topic that you might be able to make a little bit more entertaining. Next step is to build out your additional supporting content. So write more stuff about that topic, write additional blog posts or knowledge-based pieces and link back to your main page from that supporting content. Step 7 is to build your brand. So focus on those spaces that you know you can get traction early on, but then start to broaden out your service once you become known for that. And step number 8 is a really boring one, but it's one that you need to hear, is to have patience and keep the faith. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe and give us a comment if there's any other digital marketing topics that you want us to cover in future. And don't forget, if you want some help to outrank your digital marketing competitors, then you can request a free website and marketing review from the ninjas here at Exposure Ninja. These reviews are killer, and we'll show you all of the different ways that your competitors are ranking, and we'll even give you some suggestions on how you can start to beat them as well. So you can go to exposureninja.com to request that. It's completely free of charge. There is no obligation to use our agency, although I do have to warn you, the review videos are incredibly compelling, so you might end up becoming a client as a result, but there's no obligation to do so. Until next time, just keep on pushing and don't let them take your freedom.